The soap in your bathroom smells awesome.
Welcome to the Third Win channel, where today I thought we could take a look at the characters that could be coming back to iCarly in 2023. Or more accurately, I hope come back in 2023. First up, Sam has been beaten like a dead horse at this point. You know, she's not coming back to the show. The actress made it very clear. But how cool would it be if Melanie came back to the show, right? I know that she hates the character Sam and she doesn't want to act anymore, but it would be kind of cool if Melanie came back, right? Okay, now, but let's move on to our number 5 pick. Well, it's not really ranked, but we're going to make it ranked. Number 5 pick, Tebow. So I thought we'd start with Tebow because he kind of had his window to come back with the groovy smoothie coming back, and they even mentioned his name saying his old food sticks were found in the back, but he didn't show up. So it's probably unlikely that he'll return, but an idea for if he does return, they could do a whole thing where he wants the groovy smoothie back, and then he storms into the Shay one and says, I want my store back, I have the money, fight me, Spencer. You know, something like that I think would be very entertaining for an episode in season 3, but, you know, we'll see. It's unlikely, I guess, but it could happen. Next up, number 4, Gibby. Unlike Jeanette McCurdy for Sam, Noah Monk hasn't really written off Gibby as a possibility, or not that I've seen, so it's obviously still possible that he'll come back. And he's been mentioned in the show. His in-show brother Guppy has made a return, so I'm still hopeful that we'll see him or a cameo of him at some point, and season 3 might be looking like our last season potentially, so what better time than to bring him in right now, right? I think the best way to reintroduce Gibby would be to make his character have the most growth out of everyone in the original cast. So just make him a sophisticated person who's had a lot of success in his life. Just make it novel so that Noah Monk can kind of revive his character in a way that makes him more proud than what Gibby made him feel. Now, we got 3 to go, and the third one I'll mention today is Shelby Marx. So both Tebow and Gibby seem fairly unlikely to me, and I think Shelby Marx kind of carries that as well, because she also had a window to come back in where they just had that I Hit Something episode where iCarly can reprise her boxing role. So I think that if they were going to do a boxing storyline, they would have brought her back for that. So seeing that they didn't, it's probably unlikely, but having said that, I think she's one of those characters and one of those, you know, Victoria Justice is one of those celebrities that could come back out of all the actors I can think of. So I decided to add her to the list because I think it would be an exciting return. An idea for Shelby Marx could be, seeing that we have all this influencer boxing going on YouTube, like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, we could have a version of that with influencers like Carly and Shelby Marx. I think that that would be a fun episode. Now, we have 2 left, and I'll mention the weirder one first, and then I'll go with my favorite one last. So, number 2, we have Sako. Sako is a character that I think would be very interesting to bring into the iCarly revival universe, because we've never seen him on camera, but we know that that's maybe Spencer's only friend his real age. Recently in the revival, we've been hearing about how he lost so much time because he had to raise Carly, and he doesn't really have that many friends his own age. We've known that for a long time, but there is one, Sako. So I think that introducing Sako visually in the revival would be a super great idea for season 3, and it would be super exciting to see the chemistry between Spencer and Sako. And now, my most wanted return, I guess, a character that I remember fondly from the original iCarly. Number 1, we have Miss Francine Briggs. In my eyes, Miss Briggs is the OG iCarly villain. She was the first one. She was the one who made Carly rebel and create iCarly. I think she's just a very important character for the show. Granted, in the revival, she's been mentioned before twice. We even got to see some letters that she couldn't deliver. It was mentioned. But although it's unlikely, I think it would be a great character to bring back. And you could think of so many different ideas of why she comes back, even if it's just for a short cameo where they run into her on the street. It would be super funny. So for me, I want to see Miss Briggs return in season 3. She's one of the few major reoccurring characters we haven't seen yet. So that was my list of 5 characters I really want to see in 2023 for iCarly, which I think are somewhat realistic. Let me know which characters you want to see the most come back in 2023, and I'll see you guys shortly tomorrow with a brand new video on the Third Win channel. Thanks for watching.